Hello, Karen here, Emerging Soul Tarot with your weekly Tree of Life reading, and today it's the 8/8 portal and the new moon in Leo, so kind of special read. As usual, I pulled the 3 upper Sephirot. I like to meditate on them. If you want to see me shuffle them, there's a shuffle at the end, sped up. Yeah. So we got Keter, which is the first Sephirot, which is the crown. It's the absolute light. We have Chochmah second on the masculine outgoing energy, which is wisdom. And then we have Binah, which is the third Sephirot on the feminine, sort of inward receptive energy. And that's what that one. So we start with Keter. What I'll do after the oracles, this is the supernal, so it's like cosmic consciousness. That's why I like to meditate on them before I bring anything. But it's what's coming down to us, you know, into Malkuth, our world. So we've got Alpha of Alcyone. So beautiful story, but somewhat sad, and I keep feeling like the messenger, a reluctant messenger, because all the messages this week have been about the heavier side of emotions, and this too is. But it's all good because there's a message in these, you know, and there's comfort in these. I'll tell you a bit about the mythology and what spirit's getting at. So Alcyone was married to Ceyx, I think that's how you pronounce it, Ceyx, and they loved each other so much they called each other Hera and Zeus. And Zeus kind of got really fed up with it, and he kind of drowned her husband in a huge storm, and she was in absolute anguish and despair and threw herself in the sea and drowned. But the gods had mercy, and they raised them both up as kingfishers. So, and you know, the halcyon days, they take the days either side of the winter solstice. They say the legend is there's no storms and only peaceful weather. And that's so the kingfishers can nest safely. So that's that kind of imagery of that peaceful time. It's luminous grace. That's what it symbolises. You know, where you can rest in the middle of something really difficult, yeah, challenging time. So I think collectively we are in a challenging time. There's no two ways about it. So yeah, the kingfishers too, the spiritual medicine of the kingfishers is abundance, love, prosperity, peace and happiness. So it's blessings of hope and healing to humanity. So I think, you know, this is a collective read, but obviously we're all part of the collective, so apply it as it fits, yeah. So this is actually about real challenge, and no doubt globally we've been and still remain in real challenge in so many ways. So I think this Lionsgate portal and this new moon is a time to kind of transmute those difficult energies that we've been going through, what, for 18 months now. Yeah, so this is what is coming down to us. It's a beautiful kind of energy of peace, of tranquility, of that kind of breather in between the challenge. So the oracle actually says that it's an omen of a positive twist of faith and a windfall of good fortune that's coming our way. So brightness and hope will alleviate the difficulty and give you strength to find your way through adversity and challenge, okay? But the main thing with it is you'll experience peace, love and deep connection with your soul self, your true self. and the universe. So it's a kind of portend to beautiful blessings coming your way, and it's also comforting. It's kind of like the gods are smiling on you. So with Chokhmah, we have the hero's journey, and how much good can you handle? Explore the upward spiral of grace. So again, she's a goddess of grace, mercy, compassion. Yeah. So we got grace again, and this is from the stage 9 reward. So it's like blessings are coming, you know, but there's a sense with this card that you don't need to beg for blessings or gifts from the universe or from source. Okay, so it's a sense of not keep asking for more, but to ask for your eyes to be open to the blessings that are already there, because there's a sense that it's all within you, it's all there, the gifts, everything you ask for, you have access to. So this 8-8 portal, you know, I would ask where the veil is thin for your eyes to be open, if you, especially if you're in the middle of adversity and challenge, you're having a really tough time. But there's this sense of opening your heart, so a real need to open your heart, breathe deeply and receive blessings, because those blessings, as you receive those blessings, and they come from within, you know, even Jesus said that, you know, the kingdom of God is within you, so it's all within us. But it's that sense of, as you receive, you flow out in giving, and then it's a perpetual spiral of kind of appreciation and gratitude, and it circles you into higher realms of consciousness. As I say, if you're in that situation where you can't, you know, you're having difficulty, and that is very normal and human, and when you're in the midst of real challenge and difficulties, then just ask Spirit to show you where your blessings are, where your abundance is. Just be honest and say, I don't feel thankful, it's awful at the moment. And, you know, open my eyes, open the eyes of my heart is a good prayer. Yeah, so with both of these, this is actually about sinking out of your mental body into your heart. So the alpha waves, you know, I think they're between 8 and 12 hertz, and it's actually really, really calming. It's what kind of brings our brain waves down and puts us in a different kind of state, trance state, different state of consciousness. So a real sense of, you know, acknowledgement of the difficult, our collective difficulty. I mean, we're in the middle of shadow, collective shadow coming up to the surface as we individually deal with our issues, and, you know, the kind of go down in our cave. We have this collective, the anima mundi, the collective shadow rising. So yeah, so there's an acknowledgement for that this is not easy work. What we've been doing, you know, and what we will continue to do is not easy, but this is actually about having a beautiful respite in the middle of it, a beautiful gift of connectivity to yourself, to nature, to source. However you connect to something greater than yourself, there's that gift on it, offer through this portal, through this time. I mean, really, it's always there, but I think specifically for today, it's here. But yeah, keep your eyes open. If you got your head down and you're kind of, you know, metaphorically and literally, when we're down, we have our head down and we don't notice, you know, we can get beautiful blessings through, you know, just hearing a bird song, you know, just through seeing someone smile in the street. It can really lift you, it can give you, you know, begin those stirrings of gratitude. So kind of, I mean, if you look at her, she has her head up, she's got her chin up, so a sense, a call for some of you to lift your chin, look out, see that it's difficult, but there's support there. You're never alone, you know. Even if you're physically alone, you are not alone, because you have spirit, you have divine, you have source, your spirit guide, your spirit team. Yeah, so a real sense of comfort in the middle of your difficulty. Then we have on Vina, which is the feminine receptive, we have the all-encompassing hand. So again, it's that just that sense of, I mean, the artwork's beautiful, kind of says it all, of being surrounded, completely and utterly surrounded. But this oracle again is, it appears when there's a need of reassurance. And I don't know about you, I think we collectively need reassurance, you know, because things are incredibly difficult. There's no two ways about it, you know, and it can stir doubt, fear, insecurity in us. But this is, you know, lift your face out, up, well, out of the mud and up, and look, because there's going to be some beautiful kind of presence, reassurance. So, you know, that sense of feeling alone or struggling with something in your heart and your mind, you know, you're gonna, the hand of source, the hand of the divine, the comfort of spirit is coming to you, really. The all-encompassing hand. And again, you know, we need to drop into our heart to do that. So whatever puts you in that zone of kind of quietening your mind, whatever you do to do that, prayer, meditation, painting, sport, I've said it before, go to that place and quieten your mind and open your heart to what's coming towards you, because there's blessings, Spirit saying, real blessings. And it may be comfort, it may be to lift you up, but there's blessings, yeah. And if you're really happy and you're level, then, you know, have massive gratitude for that, and you'll get more of the same through this portal. So I'm going to pull Hesed and Geberah, and they kind of go together in pairs. And Hesed is loving kindness, it's kind of outpouring, outward pouring, so this compassion and mercy. And Geberah is the container, so a bit of Saturnian energy. It's kind of it's what holds it, because if we were like blindsided by, you know, with no kind of vessel for this outpouring, it would floor us and we couldn't function. Okay, so Spirit, can you give me Hesed and, oh, there's, oh, beautiful, Hesed and Geberah, please, Spirit. Geberah, Spirit, can you give us Geberah? Spirit, can you give me Geberah? Can you give me Geberah? Right, yeah, look at this. Okay, people. Well, this is my personal card for Hesed, yeah, because it's a 4, it's a 4 Sephirot, and it's a 4 of Wands, and it's about, yeah, it's passion, it's homecoming, it's the chopper. Sorry for those who watch me a lot, but it's the Jewish chopper under which people get married, yeah. So it's that sense of union. So again, with this all-encompassing hand and this, all of these 3 cards are promises of connection and union. So whether it's connection to yourself, or connection to your partner, your loved ones, your friends, connection to nature, connection to source. And it, you know, if you're on a spiritual path, it'll be all of those things. But there's this real kind of outpouring this week from the new moon. from the 8-8 portal, and there it is. That to me is a promise of that. So yeah, and in Gebra, which is the container, we have the moon, and this can be, you know, the things that you feel are hidden, that are shielded. The moon is a reflection of the sun, so it's that kind of twilight, sometimes not completely not knowing which path to take, yeah, but it's the container. So it will be, it's to do with the subconscious. So what I said about the shadow, path of the moon is about the path into your subconscious, into the collective unconscious, you know, subconscious, whatever you like to call it. It's the shadow work, the moon, the path of the moon. So yeah, acknowledgement from spirit that, you know, it's difficult to descend to soul, it's difficult to descend to the collective soul, to see the shadow, to see the difficulty, to acknowledge it. But spirit's saying while you do that, there is this beautiful outflowing of this compassion, this grace, this mercy, this just comfort in the middle of all this. So yeah, spirit's really speaking loud and clear this week. So I'm going to pull Sephirot, 6 Sephirot. It's midline and straight under Keter, but it's Fiducian energy. So for me, Sephirot's the heart. It's love, harmony, beauty, balance, you know, all the beautiful things about, think of Venus, and you've got the kind of essence of Sephirot. So there it is. I didn't even ask. Oh, look at that. Look at that, people. Okay, the world. That's what's going to be in our heart this week if we open our eyes. Yeah, acknowledge the shadow, but open to that blessing, really open, because this for me, it's the end of the deck. So it's an end of cycle to a sense, but it's also, it's got all the elements. So we've got Aquarian air there, which is your mind. We've got the Scorpionic water, which is your emotion. This is this moon energy, you know, it's that kind of mysterious, hidden, dark energy. We then have Taurus, which is the earth energy, which is where we are, everything about our embodiment in this world. And we have the lion, which is the fire, you know, it is what we're talking about, Lionsgate. Lionsgate is also fire. So we're bringing all these things from the upper Sephirot. All these are coming down. If you're open, you can bring these into your heart, and through your heart you'll actually be given the ability to alchemize all these elements within you to come full cycle. So where you've been working hard, this is spirit saying you're going to come full cycle. There's something about this 8-8 portal, and I, you know, that is spectacular for us collectively. And it may look a mess, but what spirit is wanting you to have is this, that, like the Alcyone mythology and the Halcyon days, you know, which are, it is just bliss and beauty in the middle of challenge and adversity. And this is what spirit's offering in your heart. So open, people, really open this week. Okay, so we're now going to pull Netzach and Hod. Netzach is masculine, outward going energy, so it's the way we present in the world, our spirit in body, our action in the world. And Hod, which is the receptive feminine intellect. So that is about your kind of intuition, it's about your vision, it's about, you know, all the kind of right-brained functions, yeah? So it's that receptive feminine intellect. Okay, so spirit, can you give me Netzach and Hod? There's Netzach. Can you give me Hod, please, spirit? Wow. Jeez. It's going to be a blinder, people. I thought I was going to be bringing this kind of heavy message, and yeah, circumstances are heavy. Your personal circumstances may be heavy, but this is what's coming from the absolute, from source, okay, if you're open to it, okay, because this is the 7th Sephirot, okay, so we got the 7 of Cups, okay, that can be kind of illusion, it can be a sense of illusion, but sitting under here with how much good can you handle, explore the upward spiral of grace, and this kind of union that we've got with the 4 of Wands in Hesed. This is about masses of opportunity, okay, this is saying how much good can you handle, you know, how many choices can you see, because there's not one choice or another, there's plurality of choices for you, you know, beautiful choices, and yet they may be clouded at the moment, you may not be able to see them at the moment, but there is such a spell of creativity coming if you are open to these energies, because its partner, the other side of the tree, is the Ace of Pentacles. I mean, that's a seed for your world, for your life, for your place in the world, you know. It's an offer, it's a seed, and it's an offer from source of something so totally new and mind-blowing as far as I'm concerned. So this is open your mind, open your heart, you know, tune into your body, tune into your surroundings, look for the signs, look for the synchronicities, because this is coming for you this week. A beautiful new path, a new offer, new beginnings, yeah. It's so beautiful. And I think we had death. No, we didn't. It must have been my last shuffle. But yeah, just this sense of massive opportunities, new beginnings. So I think this outpouring, you know, is going to really really be something else this week. But also, you know, we do have the moon here, and we do have the 7 of Cups, so there is a sense, you know, this is emotion and intuition, the 7, and the moon, you know, that there can be a level of illusion there, so you need to have that lovely balance. So this balance in your heart of the elements, because things can come which may be illusionary, but they're balanced off beautifully with all the other cards. So I think it's just going to be, you know, yeah, your shadow's going to come up, you're going to have to do your work, but there's this beautiful comfort and blessing in the middle of it. You're going to be able to alchemize. There's an offer of a new path, and there's offer of many opportunities, many opportunities. So I'm going to pull Yesod, which is the kind of union of both sides of the tree that flow right into this. So it's kind of like alchemical spiritual marriage, this. And Malkuth, which is our world. It's the 10th. So the 9th and 10th Sephirot, please, Spirit. Yesod and Malkuth. Spirit, what are you bringing for Yesod and Malkuth, please, Spirit? Yesod, Malkuth, okay. Oh, juggling. But a 2, wow. Yeah, okay, so this is not a bad one. This is kind of that sense of juggling. Yesod is a 2 as well. So this Yesod is where the polarities, you know, the hot cold is made kind of warm. where the man and the woman come together, you know, and produce into the 10th Sephirot their creation. So it may be because of the outflow, because of the opportunities, because of what is being offered to you, that you're going to have to kind of juggle things in your life around, okay? But Yesod is, this is up in the astral, okay? It's the astral level, so it's the level above our world. So there may be a sense of, you know, where you're trying really hard to find that balance this week. But just take heart with that, because, you know, he will balance it. I mean, it's infinity symbol, so it's that kind of balancing the spirit and the flesh, the material. So he's yeah, he's spinning the two, so that, you know, if you're plugged into this, people, if you've got that open heart to these energies coming down, you may feel a bit like that, because we are spirit having a human experience, but we need to kind of balance the two together. We can't disappear into a you know, a metaphorical cloud of bliss. Well, we can, but we shouldn't be staying there, or we're no good to anyone, man nor beast. But also, you know, there's a need not to transform everything that comes down to you into material. It's a case of having that beautiful balance between the two, okay? So I think that's what Yesod is saying. And there's messages, vision, passion from source that are gonna explode. I mean, no one's at the end of these ones. This to me is so it could be like, you know, any of the clairvoyants, the clairs. It could be, you know, it could be just messages about your situation. It could be revelation about predicaments you may be in. It could be answers to questions you've had. It could be revelation about yourself, patterns, habits, behaviors. You know, the messages will come and will break. They'll just break the patterns, you know, bring an end of cycle to these things, because we are meant to be, in a sense, you know, in this world, not of this world. In that sense, we're meant to be doing this, have that balance of the two facets of who we are, and we're meant to shine that light. We're meant to be channels, vessels for spirit, you know, and for source. And whatever you're doing in your spiritual work or in your other work, we're meant to channel this outside, you know. So yeah, that's it. Really is beautiful energy, people. Yeah, and we have this Four of Swords, you know, the knight taking his kind of, before he goes out on his crusade, you know, putting his sword down, kind of sleeping, meditating, connecting with source. Really, this is about. So yeah, beautiful, people. Right, I'm going to pull us a message card from the untethered soul, because I think this is extremely spiritual content. I mean, we have to do this juggling, and whatever we're doing with our inner work, it has to be kind of manifested outwardly. But it is primarily, I mean, I do primarily read for spiritual path, soul descent, you know, your kind of that journey, that inner journey. It's just the messages I get given. So okay, spirit, so what message have you got for us for this week, and the energies this week, spirit? What messages have you got, spirit? Thank you. Thank you. one. Okay, so the actual message, don't know if you can see that in this light, it's freeing yourself. It's a very poignant. That which is holding you down. Oh, gee, that which is holding you down can become a powerful force that raises you up. You just have to be willing to take the ascent. I mean, it couldn't be a better message. How much good can you handle, people? Grace, mercy, compassion, being embraced, encompassed by source, by divine. Okay, be open, people. That which is holding you down. Okay, freedom this week, freedom. That which is holding you down can become a powerful force that raises you up. You just have to be willing to take the ascent. Okay, treasures. There's treasures in you. Doesn't matter where you are, how you feel. Doesn't matter. There's treasures in you. There's a beautiful soul that resides inside you. You are spirit having a human experience. And this week, spirit is saying, free yourself. Yeah, be open to be raised up, because that's the energy that's coming. That's the energy that's coming. So breakthrough, people. We may see some major breakthrough over the next kind of 6 months from this new moon to you know, that 6-month lunar cycle. We may see breakthroughs before the end of the year in the collective, the shadow, the heavy, difficult stuff. But certainly for individuals, if you're open to this energy, it is here for you powerfully this week. So yeah, have a beautiful new moon today, Lionsgate. Enjoy it, bask in it. At the very least, see it as kind of a beautiful oasis, kind of comfort. Okay, lots of love, people. Bye bye.
Okay, people, shuffle at the end. Spirit, give me Keter. Spirit, please give me Keter. Thank you. Keter. Spirit, give me Hokmah. Please give me Hokmah, Spirit. Spirit, give me Hokmah. Thank you. Hokmah. Spirit, give me Bina, please. Spirit, give me Bina. Spirit, give me Bina. Thank you. Give me Bina, Spirit. Bina. There you go. Shuffle at the end, people.